I need to hit 100 platinums by the end of the year, and if I fail, we'll have to delete my PlayStation account forever, losing all of my saves, memories, and of course, the 88 platinum trophies I already own. And the next game up is LEGO Horizon Adventures. But before we get started, I want to shout out PlayStation for not only sponsoring this video, but also hooking me up with an early code. This definitely helps us on our journey to 100 platinums before the end of the year, and I can't thank them enough. Kicking things off, LEGO Horizon Adventures features 24 total trophies, all tied to completing every chapter, finding most of the gold bricks, max leveling all 4 characters, and buying a lot of outfits, buildings, decorations, and more. And with this being my first LEGO game ever, I had to bring on some reinforcements thanks to the awesome co-op feature in this game, that being my longtime friend and fellow creator, Jacob Stevens. Jumping right into the game, me and Jacob ran through the prologue separately in order to unlock co-op. And here, I got a feel for the game's combat playing as Aloy and using her awesome bowcaster as I opened every chest I could find because the biggest thing I was gonna need for this platinum run was studs. A lot of them. But once done with the prologue, I got the very first trophy of the game, appropriately called Too Early to Celebrate, and was then introduced to Mother's Heart, which would serve as the home base for the remainder of the story here, but sadly was left in complete shambles thanks to some cultists. Throughout this playthrough though, we'll be fixing it up as we find more and more gold bricks, which allows us to make various buildings and decorations that are also needed for some more trophies later. In the meantime though, we finally unlocked co-op, so I wasted no time and invited Jacob to my game. And that's because LEGO Horizon Adventures has been designed for multiplayer action without the need for split screen, so you're always in the same world together, so you can experience thrilling online couch co-op action with all your friends and family. Just note, online play may require a paid online subscription. Now back to the video. From there, we headed out to find the missing villagers in the Sacred Lands, taking out a bunch of machines along the way until finally running into them and releasing them from their cages, which got us the first of 100 gold bricks and another trophy. In the very next level, we ran into the first tall neck, and what was really cool about this section is just like the Horizon titles this game is based on, we had to find a way to get on top of it, which meant a lot of platforming, but once there, we got the trophy Flathead. Later, we powered through a few more levels, saving even more villagers and earning another gold brick, which unlocked the ability to make and customize buildings. Everything was going smoothly at this point, but the next level would prove to be the most challenging yet, with me and Jacob going down for the first time.
Oh dang, I actually died.
How do I revive you? Take this! Oh, revive. Hold on. There we go. Wow.
Bro, those things are killing me. Jeez.
What a difficulty spike out of nowhere, dude.
Dude, literally.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That is a crazy difficulty spike, dude. On our next try, we would lock in and get it done though, rescuing another batch of villagers afterwards, which included our next playable character, Varl. And with that, our 4th trophy. With that done, we unlocked community jobs, and this would end up being where the bulk of the gold bricks in the game would come from, as they could be earned here for doing various things like taking down enemies in certain ways and doing certain activities here in Mother's Heart. So this would be something me and Jacob would continue to chip away at, as I needed 50 gold bricks total for another trophy later too. From there, we would take on the final level of this Sacred Lands area, which ended with our first boss fight against the Corruptor, and it was complete chaos.
Dang, bro.
Dude, we're just getting messed up.
Yeah, bad.
Give it another go.
Revive! There you go. Oh, no, I got the bulls in here too. Oh
Dang,
no.
God.
Where are my flame arrows? I need my flame arrows back.
Literally, I got nothing.
Dude,
oh my goodness.
No. Oh my god. Dude, look at this separator. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh my god. This is the boss isn't hard enough. Let's throw.
Goodness.
This is the boss isn't hard enough. Let's throw 100 ads at him.
Yeah, literally.
Come on, almost there. Let's go.
Jeez.
Yes, out of the woods. Let's go.
Dang.
With the Sacred Lands complete, we were on to chapter 2 and unlocked our next playable character, Tirsa, heading to the Snowchat Mountains afterwards, where our journey to find the 3 metal flowers would begin. Sadly though, our first one would get stolen and we would have to complete every level in this new area to find it, while grabbing every gold brick we could and knocking out a ton of community tasks, until running into our last playable character and Jacob's personal favorite, Aaron. And while I was playing mainly as as Aloy this entire playthrough, as you might have noticed, I would have to play as each and every character later in the story anyway, because I had to get them all to max level 20. Luckily, Jacob was helping me with this at this time, as he was also gaining levels alongside me with the other characters. After wrapping that level up and grabbing the next golden brick, I got the trophy together at last for unlocking all playable characters, and it wasn't long before I got another trophy after obtaining 10 upgrades. We eventually got to the last level here and came face to face with the Thunderjaw in our toughest boss fight yet. Oh, the bomb. The bomb! Is there another one? Yep. There we go. Oh!
Whoa.
Rip. Okay, try this again.
Oh.
Nice. Phase 2. Almost got him.
Come on, Aloy, give it another go.
Oh, there we go.
Got its cannon.
Let's go. Climb every mountain. Let's go. Another trophy down. And factory setting, 2 for 1. Let's go. Find and complete the first cauldron. With the first flower secured, chapter 2 came to a close. And with that, I unlocked some new things to buy. So I went ahead and dumped all my studs, buying every single roof and yard that I could, which unlocked the trophy Master Builder. Now in chapter 3 and in the Jewel Rainforest, we had to find a way to build our own sawtooth in order to get through the barricade here and find our next flower. So we powered through the next set of levels, finding every part we needed, and of course, more gold bricks, before knocking out both our second tall neck and second cauldron, leaving us with just one more left to find for each. Then after locating the last part, we finally built our machine and got through the barricade, which led us to our next boss fight against a corrupted sawtooth. Oh, there's barrels.
Never gets old.
Oh, no shot.
Oh god, I just missed. Oh, there was one barrel. Oh, there's another one up here. Oh yeah, there's scattered all up. Dang it, no more barrels.
And
Go! Let's go. Farewell to the jungle. Complete desperately seeking sawtooths. Let's go. With that done, we got our second flower and we're now in chapter 4. But even more importantly, I had just enough studs to buy a few more outfits. Unlocking the trophy, gonna need a bigger wardrobe for obtaining 75 of them. We then headed to the last area of the game, Sunfall Desert. And here we just had to find Helis, who happened to snag our last flower. And it was business as usual again as we chipped away at our tasks and golden bricks, eventually getting just enough done to unlock the trophies Yellow Brick Horde for collecting 50 gold bricks and community service for completing 20 community jobs. And because this was the last area, we also got a ton of trophies here, including a rare treat for finding all rare weapons, all the toys for discovering all gadgets, and finally toil and trouble for completing 3 different cauldrons. Then on the very next level, we climbed our way up to the third tall neck, which got me the trophy Walking with Giants, before running into the last boss here, the Snap Maw, who we took down with ease to secure our final flower and unlock our next chapter completion trophy, Done and Dusted. Now in chapter 5, we once again made our way to the rainforest that was now fully corrupted, taking down some of the hardest machines in the game up to this point until finally reaching the last boss fight against the Deathbringer. There we go.
2 swings.
There we go. There we go. There's the damage. Let's go. Come on. Oh, one more phase.
oh, come on.
One more phase.
Got
Let's
him.
go, let's go!
Oh, I can't believe I survived it.
Light my spire. Let's go. Complete the buried shadow. And just for show, with the story complete, I only had 2 trophies left to go. Fully maxed out 1 character and fully maxed out all playable characters. And at this point, I had a long way to go as I had to reach level 20 with all of them and was barely at level 18 with Aloy, who I had played with this entire time. So realizing I had a brutal grind ahead of me, I decided to 100% the game completely. And for the next 5 hours would knock out every hunting ground for all 16 red bricks, every community task, which got me all 100 gold bricks, and purchased every single upgrade, outfit, decoration, building, and more, as I maxed out each character one by one, finally unlocking the trophy Superhero, and last but not least, let's go Super Team, which means, ladies and gentlemen, every last one platinum on Lego Horizon is done. Let's go. There we go. Every character fully maxed out in their golden outfits. That's how you end it. Every red brick, every golden brick, 100% of the game, and of course, we got the platinum. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe and leave a like for more. Don't forget to comment down below which game you want to see me platinum next, and be sure to click the link in the description to grab LEGO Horizon Adventures for yourself. I'll catch you all in the next video.